Hello, my country people. Welcome back to Spice Channel TV. The prominent Labour Party chieftain Kenneth Okowkwo has asserted that the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB), is primarily due to ethnic bias. Okowkwo made these remarks during an appearance on Arise TV Newsday program, where he discussed the ongoing detention of Kanu by the Department of State Service (DSS). Now, Nnamdi Kanu for long has been in the custody of the DSS since June 2021, following his extradition from Kenya, where he was brought into this country. In fact, it was more like he was kidnapped and he was brought into this country to face terrorism charges laid upon him by the federal government. And despite numerous calls for his release, Nnamdi Kanu remains detained, a situation whereby Kenneth Okowkwo attributes to ethnic prejudice. In recent months, there has been a great significant push for Kanu's release, particularly from stakeholders in the southeast region. And in June, a group of 60 members of the House of Representatives had petitioned the President Bola Tinubu to order Kanu's release. Additionally, the Southeast Governors Forum recently resolved to meet with President Bola Tinubu to discuss a political solution for Nnamdi Kanu's release. And the IPOB leader has been in the custody of the DSS for long, where he is facing terrorism charges filed against him by the Federal High Court. And the Southeast region has seen a rise in violent activities by gunmen enforcing a sit-at-home order every Monday to demand Kanu's release. And this unrest in the region underscores the urgency and the complexity of the issue at hand. And during his interview, Kenneth Okowkwo argued that Kanu's prolonged detention is unjustified, especially when compared to other separatist leaders who have been treated more fairly. I mean, Kanu has not done anything that other people from other zones have not done. And Sunday Igboho, who is a Yoruba Nation agitator, they've gained freedom. Even members of Boko Haram, they tag them repentant Boko Haram members. They've also, done their own share of evils to the society. But yet, these guys have been released and they've been reintegrated into the society after receiving significant support and opportunities. So when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu, why is Nnamdi Kanu's case so different? This is to show that this is ethnic bias at play, and this has led to the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, it has to be an ethnic bias. Otherwise, why are they still keeping him in jail? Why is he still in jail? The government must take a rational approach on Nnamdi Kanu's case, and releasing him could eventually help to restore peace in the southeast region. And for long, we know how these things are being played. But now we see that, yes, with Nnamdi Kanu's case, there have been some inconsistencies in the legal proceedings. And it seems that the courts, are also trying to frustrate him because they've rejected any bail attempt by Nnamdi Kanu. And this proves that the federal government is hell-bent on making sure that he remains there forever. So Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention only serves to elevate his status and also to demolish and diminish the government's credibility. And now Nnamdi Kanu is a verified political prisoner. The longer Nnamdi Kanu is in prison, the longer he becomes, and the shorter the government becomes, because Nnamdi Kanu has a symbolic power that has been growing over time as a result of his imprisonment. So the federal government is being called upon by Kenneth Okowkwo to also release Nnamdi Kanu like other separatist figures like Sunday Igboho, Omoyele Sowore, and urged the authorities to choose the intelligent way out and address the root cause of unrest in the southeast by setting Kanu free, whether conditionally or unconditionally. And now this call by Kenneth Okowkwo certainly reflects a broader sentiment among many in the southeast who view Kanu's detention as an emblematic of deeper ethnic and political tension in Nigeria. The resolution of Kanu's case, according to Kenneth Okowkwo, another advocate, is seen as a political catalyst for peace and stability in the region. But let's not forget that the government, the federal government, they know what they are doing. I mean, the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu is paramount to the political stability in the southeast region. Nnamdi Kanu's case shouldn't be different. If other ethnic groups, other ethnic persons, outside the Igbo race have been given freedom, so why is Nnamdi Kanu's case different? And you see that the government, they know what they are doing. The same Nigerian government will get hold of Boko Haram terrorists, and after 3 months they will integrate them into the society after they've undergone some certain rehabilitation. You see, they take them to rehabilitation centers. I mean, Boko Haram members or people that have perpetrated evils, committed crimes, grievous crimes that ought not to be forgotten or forgiven. They would take them to rehabilitation centers and then groom them. At the end of the day, after 6 months or 8 months, they will integrate them back into the society, tag them repentant Boko Haram terrorists, and they are free to go. But when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu, who is an agitator, they say no, Nnamdi Kanu should not be released because he did this, he did that. Well, it seems that the government are, holding on to something as a result of ethnic bias. Because if not ethnic bias, why keeping a man in jail when others have been, given their freedom? So Nnamdi Kanu is also available to, out of court settlement. Nnamdi Kanu has expressed his willingness to comply, with the federal government for an out-of-court settlement, which is really, good. We know that this 50 House of Reps lawmakers that also wrote to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to please, remove all the charges against him and he should step into this issue. People have been trying their best to see to the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The Southeast leaders, the Southeast governors, the lawmakers, the House of Rep members, they've also shown their willingness to make sure, they see to the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And the willingness of Nnamdi Kanu to also, give in for an out-of-court settlement, it's also what the government should look into. I mean, the government should look into this. But at the end of the day, we just want to secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And Kenneth Okowkwo noted that, Kanu should be released conditionally or unconditionally, so long as Kanu is released like the other, political prisoners we had in Nigeria, the likes of Sunday Igboho, Omoyele Sowore, others. I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.